all the same thing to him. This is why he tells the prophet, "Machshevotai lo machshevotechem, lo machshevotai machshevotechem." My thoughts are not your thoughts. They're not like. This is the prophet Isaiah, chapter 55, and he actually says some things that, if you take it into account, you could begin to understand who this God that we fear is. He says, chapter 55, verse 8, כי לא מחשבותיי מחשבותיכם, ולא דרככם דרכי נאום השם, כי גבעו שמיים הארץ, כן גבעו דרכי מדרככם, ומחשבותיי ממחשבותיכם. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, and your ways are not my ways. The word of Hashem. As high as the heavens are over the earth, are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts over your thoughts. If you didn't understand it the first time when he said, my thoughts are not like your thoughts, he gives you a little more details. He says, the distance between where you are to the heavens is not even enough to measure the distance between your thoughts and my thoughts. If you think of a solution, that's not what I'm thinking. Whatever solution you think is going to happen, most likely is not going to happen. Stop giving me ideas. Because my idea, you can't think of. You can't think of my idea. I'll give you an example. I tell people that I live a life of miracles. And we see it all the time. Anytime someone has a emunah issue, I tell them, listen, call me. If it's really urgent, call me. Most people call me, it's not really urgent, but they tell me it's urgent. Which is the reason I don't ever pick up the phone, until I know for sure it's urgent. There's too many phone calls. I mean, I love it, people, but there's too many phone calls. Baruch Hashem, but it's just, I can't talk to every single person that calls. You're never going to actually get to studying and actually have shiurim. It's going to be here the same shiur every week. No, come on, 50 weeks in a row, same shiur. I said, yeah, it's the phone calls. So, one time, we had a bills come. You know, that happens once a month. And my wife tells me, we're still living in New York, and my wife tells me, honey, we need $6,000 by tomorrow. I said, okay, good, so pay it. I stopped looking at the bank account. After losing millions and millions of dollars, you tend to not want to look at the bank account anymore. Now, I didn't realize there's zero in the bank. My wife knew there's zero in the bank. So I was focusing on learning my Torah. I was focusing on HaShem. What do I care about money? But the world has money, so what are you going to do? It happens. This thing called bill shows up every month, even though you tell him, don't come back, he keeps coming back. It's always on time, same time every month. So anyway, so my wife tells me, honey, we need $6,000 by tomorrow. I said, okay, honey, so pay it. She goes, honey, we don't have. I said, okay, so how much we're missing? She said, the whole 6,000. I said, okay, so HaShem, now it's your problem. What am I going to do? It's your problem. We start talking, my wife and I am talking. I'm like, listen, Hashem made enough miracles for us. We're trying to do His will. He brought us this far, what, to destroy us? Not a moment passes from me finishing this sentence. We're sitting, my wife, both of us, Baruch Hashem, had full emunah that things are going to be okay. We had no idea how, but we knew things are going to be okay. We're laughing at the situation that just not too long ago, this was like lunch money. Now, there's no money to pay bills. So, not a moment passes, I get a phone call from an unidentified number. For the, I don't know, maybe first and last time in my life, I actually pick up the phone. I usually don't pick up the phone if I don't know the number. There's a lot of strange people in the world. So you can't just pick up any phone. And I pick up, and the guy on the other phone says, hey, I've been looking for you, da-da-da. Achi. Oh, he's Israeli. Achi. How are you? How's everything? I'm like, fine, Baruch Hashem. Who is this Bichlal? Oh, it's Dudu. Dudu. Who's Dudu Bichlal? Oh, you remember Dudu from 8 years before. 8 years I haven't heard from this guy. He's like, listen, I'm really, really sorry that I never paid you back the money that you lent me. Please give me your bank account. I'm going to the bank now. I said, 8 years he didn't answer a phone call. 8 years he disappeared. 8 years, the $5,000 that I gave him magically evaporated into the sun. Now he calls me. I said, okay, maybe he's going to actually do it. I said, yeah, it's my bank. I sent him a text. He's like, thank you. Hangs up the phone. Moments later, or whatever, an hour later, I get a text from him. Oh, the money is deposited. I look at my bank account online. I see there's $6,000. I gave him 5. He gave me 6. I call him back. I said, I'm sorry. I can't take interest. It's against the law of God. This God that I'm connected to now. I can't take interest. He goes, no, chas v'shalom, I know. I watch you. I see you online. I see some of the things you do. I see some of the Zikuei Rabim. You send a book to my friend and this and that. I wanted to give you $1,000 present to help you do Zikuei Rabim. Exactly $6,000 shows up in the bank. Machshevotechem lo machshevotay. Your thoughts, not my thoughts. I thought, okay, maybe I'm going to rob a bank. Maybe I'm going to go beg for change. Maybe I'm going to ask my brother for a loan. Maybe I'm going to ask my father. All these different things you ask. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. All 1.5 million different options. Hashem says it's not even one of my options. I'm going to give you the money from 8 years ago that you forgot about. You forgot about the money, I'm going to give you that money. The money you forgot about, that's the one I'm going to give you. This is one of the things we have to start understanding. The more you live with that understanding, the more likely you are to actually see these miracles with your own eyes. And the reason why I say see him is only if you believe in him, is simply because if you don't believe in it, you're always going to make an excuse for it. Meaning, if someone doesn't believe in miracles, someone doesn't believe that God controls everything, then when amazing things happen that are beyond the natural, you're always going to make an excuse. No, he was probably, he was probably in town and someone told him about you. They're always going to make an excuse and rationalize the miracles. Oh, it's raining red. Yeah, no, it's probably the air. It never rained red before. Like, yeah, it's probably the air from the pollution. They're always going to rationalize miracles.